Hello, everyone. Welcome once again back to the Gold Standard Group. This is the place where you get great information on great projects. My name is Rico. And of course, I'm here today. I have a special guest on the show, Mr. Alex Now. He's with us, the CTO of the Gold Standard Banking and the G999 project, man. We're just fortunate enough to be able to speak with him today.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
So without further delay, Alex, how's it going today, sir?
Hello to everybody. Thank you for being invited second time in your special vlog. I'm fine, thank you. Everything it's fine. We are working hard on plans which you know and plans which you don't know yet. Maybe the next upcoming big thing in our ecosystem is going to be so big that probably is going to change a little bit the way people are thinking around the project.
Absolutely.
I can see that most of the community they like the project. They see it's something solid, something real, but they struggle too much to make fortunes over the night, in my opinion. And we somehow forget that this coin has been basically inflated as a gift from the very beginning. Of course, the big advantage of the company is that succeeded in a very fast time to gather up a community around the project. But unfortunately, the biggest issue here is that, of course, we started with a minus, with a big minus. And this minus needs now to be translated in real utility of the services and the products as well, in order for us to be able to cut that inflation and make it the coin grow. You know, I like dropping bombs
I know you.
inside.
I know you. I don't want you to drop them all right now, though. This is just a intro to our symposium.
Yep.
Me as a CTO, I've been asked for Bitcoins in order to remove the message from CoinMarketCap. So this is basically they're just blackmailing the project. I don't know who is behind this. Maybe it's the same guys which are running a very massive disinformal campaign, which are calling me an incompetent and things like this. I never said I'm competent. So maybe I am incompetent. I don't know this. I will let the time to decide better for me if I am or not a competent person. And I never said that I'm competent in all the fields. That's why behind is a team. And whenever I'm feeling incompetent, it's important to be competent enough to know on which door you need to knock. So around me, there are many doors. And if we can understand that these doors can open and close in the favor of somebody, it's good. If not, no problem. So yes, if you will navigate now on CoinGecko, and you will see there that the team there removed the message. They're honest team. Yes, these persons understood that we are not the KBC project. We are not in the same project as the other project. It's totally different thing. And of course, they took the action. But instead, on CoinMarketCap, I've been asked through their agents, through different messengers, a certain amount of Bitcoins in order for the message to be removed before the NZ is going to remove the message there. So I repeat, I don't want to tell that They said they will never remove it. They will remove it when the NZ FMA NZ is going to remove our name of the website from their website.
Gotcha.
As
So,
well,
so that's what we're waiting on from New Zealand to remove
that's
the
what.
attachment of G99 from that other project, correct?
Unfortunately, the office from there, it's moving a little bit slow, but I think that the company will have its legal department on the situation, and they will solve this issue.
Okay.
I'm pretty confident. Anyway, our goal converted already, not in pushing ourselves into the coin market cap anymore, but focusing to build our first market cap, as I believe that you already saw that we have firstmarketcap.com. Exactly. This is our own market cap, which takes live information unmanipulated from the markets. And our purpose is to push this project to the next level, in which you will be able to list your own project with a certain amount of G99 coins, which you will not pay to the company, but burn them. And a part of the coins which they are going to be paid for this, they're going to be split as a reward into another project which we will launch very soon. We are working on it, but I cannot give yet too many details over it.
Right, right.
So why is it special, the first market cap? First of all, if you will click on the current supply, no, on the right. Okay, yes, there. Like this, we are able to see how the inflation or deflation evolved in a certain period. Fact which would be impossible to display in another market cap lister such as CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap or Blockfolio or wherever. And if you're changing the period time now for a week, for example, or for a month, we will be able to see that we are doing pretty well. And we are keep going lower and lower and lower. Of course, this is still a beta version.
Mm-hmm.
There is enough space for improvement, but anyway, in what is not enough space for improvement, you know my opinion that every single product should have always um, enough space for improvement.
Right.
Then it's not going to be the best product. So this is a specialty of this Explorer. Our goal here is that any project which is coming to work with us to be as a partner listed here, we are ready to develop specific things for him in order to display his particularities over the internet, which is in our case the deflationary explorer, which now has a graphic view over the time. And with this, we can move exactly here to the deflationary, in where we can see live stats over what is happening in our ecosystem.
Right.
I've seen the bad voices at the beginning. They were claiming that this is fake, this is not real, this is etc. etc. After Mr. Buterin announced Ethereum is going to become a deflationary coin model as well.
Right, right.
They stopped this and they're moving into another part and so on.
Yeah.
I never promoted G99 as an investment coin or wherever. I don't know why people are pushing to this side. In my opinion, G99 is a utility coin. In my opinion, now everything is as clear as it is, that you can use the G99 coins to securely, privately, and safely communicate via GS Telecom using the email over the blockchain. The apps are up and running. We can see that The number of messages is increasing every day, which in my opinion, it's something amazing. We have 3,115 messages now. I know that the leaders of the company are receiving a lot of questions regarding the fact that what is going to happen when the coin is going to be this much or this much or this much. Well, let's fight one battle at a time. What I can promise is that it's all calculated. It's all calculated. At some point, for example, it can be an idea in which another blockchain can take birth, and the G999 can be as a double signature for those encrypted messages to keep the cost. But why we should go so far when we want, we want to watch the city from above a skyscraper, but we haven't even built the ground floor.
Right.
I think it's still a very early phase to talk about this. It's normal. Any single intelligent person is asking himself provisionary questions. But in this case, and in specifically this area where the technology evolves so fast, the things are changing.
Yes, yes. I think we
Thank you,
should be
God.
pushing the technology. I think the technology is what we
Yeah.
should be talking about mostly instead
For
of
example,
coin.
for example, you remember for how long I was speaking about the ownership certificates over the blockchain. I
Right,
presented the project, everything. And it was an amazing fact for me to see that the NFTs, they are similar to the ownership certificates over the blockchain.
right.
But still, the way we engineered the ownership certificates over the blockchain, they are better um, than the NFTs, and I will explain you why. I
Yeah.
have here
Why?
just a few reasons. First of all, comparable to the root of genuine provement of the service of the good or whatever, it's still on the blockchain, so it's nothing different between the core on an NFT and the core of ownership certificate over the blockchain. But let's think together on something like this. To issue an NFT on OpenSea, for example, which is the biggest market right now as we speak, um, I understood. I didn't test it by myself. I don't want to say that I tested by myself, but I understood that in order to issue an NFT, you are going to have a cost around $600. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's what it cost me.
Okay,
Close to
so I understood correctly. Now, imagine that Rico is now launching, for example, mm, 10 t-shirts, the Lucky Rico t-shirts. For how much? Oh, voila. For how much you should sell this t-shirt in order for you to be able to keep its intrinsic value and in the same time to have a issued certificate over the blockchain, an NFT for this t-shirt that can still make you run a business out of it. So if somebody is going to come now to take this in mass adoption, even for large quantity products, because even if they are limited, they are still large quantity. And here it's the first issue. It's still too expensive. And every time there is now a big cost. Of course, there are NFTs on the Binance chain as well, not only on the Ethereum chain, but there are still costs which they are very high for these mass produced products. Most of the people they are going to say, yes, but hello, it's an NFT. The NFT by itself, it's a limited quantity uh, product or service or whatever. Indeed, that's true, but is not yet something which, in my opinion, it can be touched as a mass adoption,
Mhm.
or it's available to be implemented in big companies in the production
Right.
uh, stages or things like this.
Right. Right.
It's still something speculative. Is not opening many boundaries, but still it's something amazing.
Right.
But what I love more than this is that, again, the market, it's confirming that my little idea, my incompetent idea, with the ownership certificates over the blockchain, can really be something useful for the community.
Right.
And in our blockchain, of course, the cost is going to be just 15 G99 coins. Every time you want to pass this over and over again, is the cost of the transaction itself. If we start asking ourselves again what is going to happen when the coin is going to be wherever we hope to be or dream to be,
Right.
indeed, think yourself now as a company which is going to produce 10 t-shirts a day. You know that you're going to produce 300 t-shirts a month, around 3,650 t-shirts um, a year, which is very easy for you to understand that in this moment, if you want, you can directly get and make a stash for yourself, for example, for the next uh, 12 months. And if I calculate well, 365 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 15, this should be around 54,750 G99 coins, which you could hold already into a wallet, and from there you would be able to issue your ownership certificates over the blockchain.
Wow.
So I
And
believe
and just
that
real quick, Alex, for the people that don't really understand what Alex just said, I mean, you know that there's counterfeiting in real markets. You know, we've
it's
got
big.
fake bags, fake shoes that enter the market. And if you ever wore a fake pair of Air Force Ones, man, Alex is not cool. But with these ownership certificates are going to allow is for you to know that these are authentic products, and you'll be able to research that on the G99 blockchain. Is that about what we're talking about?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to a lot of the things that you got planned, especially for developers. You know, a guy like me, I'm developing. So definitely want to hear more about the team that you have developing these products that are around you, because you said it yourself, you know, you have many doors you can knock on. You have people that you can go to help you with the things that you don't yet know. So tell us a little bit more about the team that's around you.
Okay. It's been massive discussion around the team, and most of the people they think that they, I don't know if it's an attack or you want to run, or I don't know how to call it, but in the same time, we are all smart enough to realize that such a big ecosystem is not built by a few. It's impossible. First of all, when you look out there, you just realize, for example, that only for the approval of the app over the stores, you need a few people which they know how to create everything compliant to be approved by Apple, Google, and so on. Moving forward, you need server admins, a logic to run this entire uh, ecosystem with so many and big platforms. We have front-end developers, back-end developers, we have marketing team, we have designers as well, video producers. It's the team is very big. And one reason that of course, let's not forget the responsive support, which you saw that the company has it. And at the very beginning, the support was entirely in my hands in order for me to create procedures and to make sure that it's technically correctly answered to every single question. Therefore, at the very beginning, once a new message has been received, I was creating personally the answer as a template for the team. I know that sometimes these answers might sound dummy. Let's be honest. It's like all the support teams which you will find in the banks, in the internet or telecommunication services. Even myself, I feel frustrated. I call for the internet and they ask me first to check if I plug in the router, you know. But then I just keep my calm and I understand, man, for sure there was so many cases when all those people moved probably teams to fix the issue at the guy's house, and they realized all it needed to be done, it was just to plug in the router. So if there is a question preliminary to an answer which might sound stupid even from our side, I would like people to understand that it has a purpose. And sometimes, of course, these questions can become nocive looply answered, you know, and they kind of annoy you. And for this, I encourage them to escalate and to ask to talk to a superior. And this is how uh, they will end up talking to the team leader of the support. Speaking about the support team and everything, we opened now a new team which is offering support in a live matter, of course, during the working hours, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Plus 2 GMT. And there you can directly communicate using the GS Telecom app. And this is going to be considered as a priority ticket for our community. So I encourage everybody to test this way, download the app and get their problems, if there are any, solved faster.
So so
Uh,
so hold on. So any problem with the G99 network? So for masternodes, for example, if a person is having
no,
a problem with the masternode,
no,
they can't.
no, no. We are speaking here about support for the centralized services of the company. The
Okay.
G99 coin is not a centralized service. We cannot offer support for it, even though the company at the very beginning um, wanted to offer support for this. uh, I encouraged them not to, and I will explain you why, Mr. Rico. In my opinion, you don't know who you are hiring. That's why, even for example, the way we are storing sensitive data is not owned by one single person inside of the company, but it's multi-signature and so on. I can trust my team, but you don't know how people can act in different situations. I trust persons and guys which I work with more than 10, 12 years right now. They are in my team for many time. But the team is growing. New people are coming every day. Of course, you trust them, otherwise you wouldn't hire them, but you cannot trust them to give them such sensitive information. Giving them a badge, wearing your name on it, will allow them to talk to the people as being the company,
Mhm.
access their computers, therefore having a copy of their wallet.dat file, or who knows in the future. Then he's leaving the company. And why we should be responsible for something which at the very beginning was meant to be just a kind service for the community, and at the end can be translated in a harmful way of giving support.
Absolutely.
So I believe that having a great support for the centralized services, but managing for the decentralized area to offer enough education for the people to do the support by their own, it's a much better approach than, let's say, babysitting every single situation.
Right.
You know, it's a say that give fish for one to a man and feed him for a meal, or teach him how to fish, and he'll have food for his entire life.
For a
I
life.
find a lot of wisdom
Yes.
in that. So that's why we have absolutely full support for everybody who is in the centralized area.
Okay.
But
Okay. So
still,
that's
for
GS.
general,
That's GS Trade, right? And that's
And GS partners as well, yes.
and GS Partners. You're doing such a great job bringing in the solutions and the
Thank
technology and explaining it. And that's exactly why I wanted you to join us on our blockchain symposium,
Yeah.
so that you could do that. I think it's important that we focus on the tech and let the tech speak for itself.
Absolutely. That was always what I endorsed, and for what I'm with this company to make sure that before anything else, and here I'm very clear with this. Before anything else, the technology should be first, which is promoted upfront. Because with the mass adoption of these services and products, for sure there is going to be enough usage, which of course is going to impact as well the value. It's normal. I mean, let's take a look at the telecommunication um, market. There are few billion users and billion of messages every single month. We've been oftenly compared to the encrypted services, free services on the market. Now, the question is, would that service share your information with a legal entity if they would be forced to?
Yeah, I mean, they would.
In the GS Telecom situation, how could the company share something which is stored in your private key, under your private key?
Right.
Even if I would like to collaborate, it's something which unfortunately it's impossible, because it's like I would have the power to control private keys. And this, of course, if I would have this power, nobody would work anymore.
And I don't think
It's
people really understand how much of their freedom and information that they're really giving up. We're giving up a lot of our what we shop online, even
so if
emails, text
we feel
messages.
that if we feel that is too expensive, we should need to think that then we could run a business out of it. And for sure, there somewhere, it's somebody who's ready to learn about private telecommunication, encrypted telecommunication, which is ready to pay the price for it, which right now, let's be honest, is very low. For me personally, privacy doesn't have a real cost. Okay, if we are talking about different apps which they allow us to chat encrypted, it's something, and it's something different. I don't know now if you are going to have hackers like in the movies staying onto your network next to your house in order to intercept your messages between you and your grandma or your related or wherever to see what have you baked yesterday. But I think that the project itself, it still has a lot of potential.
Absolutely.
uh, the ups and downs, the initial value of the coin, things like this, they were just defined as a request from the exchanges. In my opinion, we should have started as I requested to the exchanges from 0.0000801 Satoshi. That's it, nothing more. But they didn't agree to this because they are manipulating markets. And I said it and I will repeat it as long as I can. As many times as I can, I will explain and let the people know that these exchanges, all of them, not GS Trade, because there we don't do this, but we don't do any volumes, we don't do nothing because I don't agree with this kind of market manipulation.
Mhm.
And this is why sometimes when you go on gstrade.exchange, you will see that, of course, there are volumes in some pairs which they are very low. But that's the truth. They are low. But what they are doing with these exchanges? They are doing market making, market manipulation, and so on. So this is why I don't want people to feel afraid because of the price of the coin. Is nothing real in the price of what is behind as a project, a zero. The
Yeah.
price doesn't impact the project in a mature in a before a mature situation. How to explain it? Um, can you see the value of the price in Bitcoin, for example? That was the question at some point. Yes, we can. It was 20,000. Then down to 3,500. Oh, there is no technology anymore there, but decide, guys, it is or is not. Ripple, which was created in 2012, if I don't say wrong. They started in 2012 and they got on the market starting with 2016. So 4 years of development.
Mm-hmm.
They had a high point of $3 and something and dropped few 100,000% down to 0. I don't want to speak wrong, but I know that they dropped to 0.40,
Somewhere around 20 cent. I think that's way up.
okay. But was there real technology behind? Yes, I believe it was. Was it this because of the coin pushed or not? No, I believe not. People, they speculate the price coming, for example, in the case of the Ripple or any other coin, which is just, and like sharks on a piece of meat. And if you want the perfect example for this, an example which nobody can say that you manipulated Rico, you did this or something. For all the watchers, they should join Binance and watch when Binance is announcing a listing. And do this for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coins, and they will see that all these coins, they are just having a huge pump in the first days. And then the dump is so aggressive. Then it's not speaking about the project, it's not speaking about the technology, it's not speaking about the people behind, is just pure speculation and manipulation of the market. So that's why I don't believe that the price reveals the project or the project reveals the price. It's true, there are many projects in which it has an impact, such as Ethereum, for example, where we have the smart contracts which they cannot run without the fuel. And the fuel, in this case, is the gas, but the gas itself, it's still Ethereum. In our ecosystem, we have the G999, which is the fuel for telecommunication, for the ownership certificates, for the email, and. So that's why there are projects in which you can see there is some impact, but mostly until the project reaches to a certain maturity, you cannot say that the price is dictated by the technology or the technology dictates the price.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And of course, this is my personal opinion, and Ron does a mathematical challenge, which you just take the numbers, you put them on the paper, and the truth reveals for you.
Right. Right. Well, look, Alex, I appreciate all the time. Even
Thank you.
the chat messages we have, just with things going on. I know there's a lot on the table. I know that the haters sometimes can be frustrating, but I don't. I try not to pay attention to them. I'm gonna let the technology speak for itself. I believe in what you guys are building over there. One last thing before we get off. Because I've been hearing that the ownership certificates we might be signing artists and celebrities and things like that, and I'm hearing a name of Snoop Dogg floating around. Is there anything to that?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. All right. We'll leave it like that and we'll just let it be what it is. Hey, Alex,
Probably
I appreciate
going to be, probably not. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to focus as much as I can on the technology part and less on the marketing, and less on the promoting and less on the legal side or things like this, because there are teams which are doing this. I trust they do their job in their sector at least as good as I believe that I'm doing mine in my sector. But I don't know. I heard the rumors as well. I don't want to lie to you. It's, of course, if they reached to your ears, they reached to my ears as well. But I don't know if they're just rumors or not, because I also received the information from an unofficial source.
Okay.
So it might be just gossips or not. We will see.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll leave it like that. Man, I appreciate you so much, Alex. And we'll talk again definitely Saturday. I'm looking forward to having you on the symposium. So thank you again, brother. And all of you that have been watching, I hope you've learned something and gained something. Make sure you follow Mr. Alex.Cosendao on Instagram. You can also find me at Gold Standard GS Official on Instagram. And so again, Alex, man, enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for everything. And I salute again all our community. And I want to thank for everybody who is next to us, and to thank for those who are giving me the straight to pass some negative, indeed, feedbacks which I'm receiving in a um, I don't know, maybe some of them they have some ground, but most of them, unfortunately, they don't have any ground. So thank you for everything. And if you will have the opportunity, and I'm sure we will have it, we will make a third or a fourth or a fifth video in the future in which we can discuss more about the G99 project.
Yeah. I want to continue these conversations, Alex. This is something that we can do, for, whenever, because we still didn't talk about the rap G99. I'm hearing
We
about
have a lot of things to talk about. A
the
lot of.
community knows, but I want you to save that for Saturday. That's why I didn't even want to bring all of it up now.
All right.
All right.
Thank you very much for everything, and wish you a great Sunday forward. Thank you very much.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, everyone. GSG Marketing proudly presents the Blockchain Symposium 2, teaching the masses about blockchain, cryptocurrency, and the future of decentralized finance. You'll learn about smart contracts, Web3 technology, and the 80/20 decentralized savings plan. And you'll hear from Noble Dracon, Where Play Games CEO. He'll talk to you about his upcoming VR and AR project. And DCG's own T. Alakid will be holding an NFT expo for those investors and creators interested. And you'll hear from CTO Alex Cosendao of the G999 blockchain, and he'll discuss the technology that they're working on. And because this event is hosted by GSG, you'll also hear from Rico and Lindsay Cunningham and how to diversify your income with referral or network marketing. And because this information is so important, we've invited Noah O, a Richmond, Virginia recording artist, to talk about blockchain and how it's also shaping the music industry. And for the first time ever, we have special sponsorship packages, only 10 sponsors being accepted. Get your logos seen in the stream and also on marketing material. Tickets available only at Eventbrite, and you want to get it now before prices go up, because also on April 17th, we'll be launching the GS50 Drop Lottery, where we'll be giving away 1,000 GS50 tokens. You don't want to miss this virtual event, April 17th, 2021, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tickets available at goldstandardgrp.com.